everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about keeping our families safe. They make our homes feel more alive. But some plants can be dangerous, especially for kids and pets. Let's dive into 10 common houseplants that could be harmful. Aloe Vera, we all know it, we all love it. It's the go-to for soothing burns and skin irritations. But the outer leaf contains anthraquinones, and anthraquinones are toxic when ingested. Vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, especially in dogs. Natural doesn't mean 100% safe. Next up, we have the peace lily. Such an elegant plant with those beautiful white flowers, right? But don't let the name fool you. These guys contain calcium oxalates, microscopic needle-like crystals that can cause serious irritation, even pierce the soft tissues in the mouth, throat, and stomach. Imagine your dog taking a bite, excessive drooling, pawing at their mouth, even vomiting. And in kids it can cause swelling, making it difficult and painful to swallow. So, while they look peaceful, it's best to admire them from a distance. Philodendrons. Who doesn't love these guys? They're super low maintenance, they look great in any room, but guess what? They also contain those pesky calcium oxalates we talked about. That means oral irritation, swelling, difficulty swallowing, all those unpleasant symptoms, especially for our little ones who love to put things in their mouths. And for dogs, it can be even worse, leading to breathing difficulties in severe cases. So while they're beautiful, we've got to be extra cautious. Chapter 4. Dieffenbachia, also known as dumb cane. It contains toxic proteins that can cause intense burning in the mouth and throat. It can even lead to temporary speech impairment. Imagine the pain if your child took a bite. Dogs can also suffer with swelling that restricts their airway. Definitely avoid this plant if you have curious kids or pets. Chapter 5. The Sago Palm. It looks so cute and innocent, like a mini palm tree for your living room. But every part of this plant is toxic, especially for dogs. It contains psychocin, causing severe liver damage, even death. Vomiting, diarrhea, seizures, the works. Plenty of other beautiful plants won't put your family at risk. Chapter 6. Oleander. Bringing it indoors is a huge risk. It contains cardiac glycosides, disrupting heart function in dogs and children. Ingesting it can lead to vomiting, irregular heartbeat, or even death. Historically, it was used as a poison. Admire it from afar and keep it away from your home. Now let's talk about the snake plant, also known as Sansevieria. They're super popular because they're incredibly low maintenance and they look pretty cool too. But here's the thing, they contain saponins, which can be mildly toxic to both children and pets. We're talking nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Not life-threatening, but definitely not something you want your loved ones to go through. So while they're great for adding some greenery to your home, it's best to keep them out of reach. Chapter 8. Pothos, also known as devil's ivy. It's the plant everyone recommends for beginners, right? It's super easy to care for, it grows like crazy, but don't let that fool you. Remember those calcium oxalates we talked about earlier? Yep, Pothos has them too. That means potential mouth irritation, digestive issues, and for our furry friends, especially dogs, it can cause excessive drooling and vomiting. So, even though it's a popular choice, it's important to be aware of the risks. Chapter 9. The Jade plant. It's often found on windowsills, quietly minding its own business. But don't let its unassuming nature fool you. This succulent can pack a punch if ingested, especially for dogs. We're talking vomiting, depression, loss of coordination, and while the effects on humans are less severe, it can still cause stomach upset. So if you've got curious pets or little ones, it's best to choose a safer succulent, like a Haworthia. Chapter 10. Finally, let's talk about lilies. Now, not all lilies are toxic, but some varieties, like the Easter lily, can be deadly, especially for our canine companions. Ingesting even a small amount can lead to kidney failure in dogs. That's right, kidney failure. And while the symptoms in humans are usually milder, nausea, stomach upset, it's still a risk we don't want to take. So admire these beauties from a distance and keep them out of reach of those curious paws and little hands. So there you have it, guys, 10 common houseplants that could pose a risk to your children and pets. But hey, don't panic. The goal here isn't to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge. By being aware of these potential dangers, you can keep your home beautiful and safe. Remember, knowledge is power, and we can never be too careful. Hit that like button and subscribe to Kiddos and Canines for more tips and advice. Until next time, stay safe and keep those plants out of reach.